G'day everybody, SingleIssue Steve here again for another 5 minutes of metal. Today we're going to go back to the year 2000 and I'm going to talk to you about another one of my favourite albums, which is Nevermore's Dead Heart in a Dead World. So Nevermore were formed around sort of that 1991 to 93 sort of era. Originally they were in, called Sanctuary, and then Warrell Dane, who's the lead singer, and Jim Shepherd, who are the bass player, didn't like the direction the band wanted to head in. Their record label apparently wanted them to become more grungy because that's what was happening at the time. So they went off and did a side project called Nevermore. So in 1995, they released their first self-titled album, and from there they've had 7 studio albums, with this one here, Dead Heart in a Dead World, being their 4th album, fourth from memory, which was released in the year 2000. So there's 11 tracks on this album covering a variety of different subject matters, including drug-related incarceration and things like rejection of religion. It's an absolute ball-tearing album, and again, there's not one filler on this album. A lot of the albums I listen to, I'm really picky because I hate albums that have got filler tracks on them. If you're going to put 2 or 3 shit tracks on them, just do an EP. Don't worry about releasing a full album. You know, seriously, don't do it. There's some standout tracks on this one as well. They're all really heavy, but there's a couple of nicer, slower, ballady kind of songs as well, if you like that kind of stuff. So some of my favourites are Inside 4 Walls, which is all about drug incarceration, and that murderers and rapists and child molesters don't get as much jail time as drug offenders or drug dealers and things. So really interesting take on the American judicial system. Narco-Synthesis is great. The Heart Collector, I'm going to read you a couple of lyrics from The Heart Collector because it just shows the range of these guys and their writing ability. So it fits in beautifully with the song itself. Believe in Nothing's a great ballad as well. So is Insignificant. Really, really great track. So the band unfortunately split in 2011. But at the time, Warrell Dane, who's the lead singer, and also Jeff Loomis, who's a guitarist, who's now with Arch Enemy, I believe, were actually talking about getting back together, which for me as a fan was pretty exciting. But unfortunately, in 2017, Warrell Dane died of a heart attack at the age of 56. So they never got around to getting back together, which is a shame because they've got a fantastic catalogue of albums. So I'm going to read to you some lyrics from The Heart Collector, which is one of my favourite songs. That just shows you the ability of these guys to write. So I had to write it down, sorry, because I couldn't remember it exactly off the top of my head. To see the actor without tears, dark rivers carve the years between the lines of self-control. In my psychotic karmic fear, I own your tears anyway, and I am you, and we are not afraid. I don't know, I just really like that, but apparently the song's actually about heroin, so maybe it's not the greatest kind of lyrics, but it's not a pro-heroin song, don't get me wrong. It's, some people believe that's what it's about. So, yeah, Nevermore. Some people call it sort of prog metal and stuff. I don't. I just think it's flat-out metal. It's really fast, hard, strong, great guitaring, and just really, really shows that their growth in album. The album before that was I just got my Dreaming Neon Black, which was interesting because just a little backstory on that one is at the time that album was written, Warrell Dane's girlfriend disappeared, and I still don't think they know what happened to her. So unfortunately, she has disappeared somewhere, and that was his journey, and also the journey sort of from outside of that perspective of a man who is basically slowly going to madness because of something severe that had happened in his life. So, but that's another potential video. But Dead Heart in a Dead World, released in 2000, it stood the test of time and stands the test of time. It's still a ripping freaking album. So if you like your metal hard, heavy, with some really interesting lyrics that make you want to go and read, okay, well, I've read the lyrics, what's the actual song about? Evolution 169 is another great track. Really, really great album to have a listen to. Strongly recommend, if you haven't checked out Nevermore before, check them out. Their catalogue is fantastic. Unfortunately, Warrell's no longer with us. Before, he did some side projects as well of his own. He actually did a song called Brother, which I love, and it's about his brother unfortunately passing away. Really, really strong and emotional track, so check that out as well. So Nevermore, Dead Heart in a Dead World, released in 2000. Check it out. You won't be disappointed. Rock on, everyone. Stay safe.